All right, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone, and rule well. Peace and salutation out of Akim, pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Tazima Debar coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and through the spirit. Just going to do a real quick various topics going in on what you see on the screen. And basically how they're pushing this false sense of security, how you think everything in the society is going back to normal, which is not, man. A lot of things around the world is happening, which is what the spirit of prophecy, a lot of things is moving through the spirit that's ushering in the kingdom of heaven. But we're seeing the collapse of this man Esau Edom society, man. You're seeing the transition of power. Jacob is on Esau Edom's hill. We're pulling this man down, man. And through this word, this is why you're seeing this thing moving and manifesting very quickly, man. And this is off New York Post, and it says Americans should not fear nuclear war with Russia. Biden says so. Biden is pushing this false sense of security, which this devil knows that this is biblical prophecy that America will be destroyed. So you got to understand these so-called presidents and these so-called elites. They understand that America will be destroyed. It's biblical. This is why they're not trying to go so hard against the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges, because they know that our weapons of warfare are not carnal, it's spiritual. They know the Heavenly Father is dealing with us through the Spirit, so that they can't just come up against us with what we're saying, because they know it's true. They know what we're saying through the scriptures is true and it's happening. And this is why they're trying to do what they're trying to help and go with a digital currency. So this is why you're not hearing anything about the Crown Royal, and these different variants right now, because they're pushing forth war. This is the Haggadah dialect. This is a main distraction, is to push war down their throat, so they forget about the so-called variant that was pushed out the last 2 years. People forgot about that. Now you're talking about war all the time. This is nothing but a Haggadah dialect. Pressure from above, pressure from below. Keep the people distracted so they can play on their minds and manipulate the people, man. So these people are so if they're pushing forth war, these people are going to give in to the new digital currency and the new digital system that this devil's about to implement very soon. And that's what we know is Revelation 13 and 16. Let me jump down, just read a little bit off this, and I'm going to grab a quick video, and then I'm going to grab some scriptures. This is President Biden said Monday that Americans should not fear Russia's invasion in Ukraine developing into a global nuclear war, despite Moscow putting its nuclear forces on high alert following harsh U.S. sanctions, man. Which this is the theater of war, because we already understand that Russia is set up, Ukraine is set up. You already got Ukraine saying they're supporting the New World Order. And then at the same time, you got Russia trying to bring in forth a global currency. This is all New World Order agenda. This is nothing but problem, reaction, solution. They're coming. They're not, like they say, they never let a crisis go to waste. So they use that crisis with the Crown Royal 99 to usher in another crisis. And then they're going to usher in another crisis to keep you people what? Keep you that fear. They're pushing that fear where you'll comply to the new system, to the new beast system. And that's what's going to happen with all these people. They're going to give away their rights, and they're going to comply to the beast system, and they're going to get the Quran. They're going to get the Revelation 13, 16. And especially a lot of 2/3 of these niggas, because they don't have no foundation. Their foundation is this system. Our foundation is the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Our foundation is this truth, which is Yahweh Shah. That's where our foundation lies, and that's where our faith lies. But 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they lack faith, they lack understanding. The Most High said, my people are foolish, they do not know me. So when you see these different psyops taking place, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're in that same mind state of these damn heathen. They're going to fall for it, man, because they lack wisdom, they lack understanding, and they lack knowledge. It says, should Americans be worried about a nuclear war? A reporter asked the president following a Black History Month event at the White House. No, Biden replied. And it's funny how they said following a Black History Month event, showing that they're going to try to blame you niggas for voting for a Creepy Joe while these things is happening, while the gas prices is happening, while all these different things happen with the inflation, because y'all niggas voted for Creepy Joe. You best believe these damn patriotic Edomites is going to point the finger at you Jakes for voting for this nigga. And if you was an Edomite, that's the spirit you're supposed to be in. But at the end of the day, we know that the Most High, ruling for the kingdom of men, he set this devil up. He put the spirit on the elites to use this devil to help him bring forward the ushering in the kingdom of heaven. At the end of the day, the Most High is forcing Esau Edom's hand. Even though Esau Edom think he's using his propaganda machine, he's using his psyops to play on the minds and manipulate the people with this war and different things, the way he's pushing in that fear. At the end of the day, the Most High is still going to force Esau Edom's hand, where he's still going to shoot them missiles off and destroy Babylon the Great, which is ruled by who? Esau Edom. Real quick.
To those who are shopping at both stores, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And right now, we are pulling back. We had the Fed, Jerome Powell, come in and speak this morning, saying that the Fed will raise the rate. So we know we had Jerome.
If you want to get into crypto, you need to check out Coinbase. Coinbase is the primary platform for buying, selling
in the house, so you know I'm going to bring you that video. I did a new stock video, so guys, make sure you go over to the stock channel and listen in on that video. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have...
So they're going to blame war as a reason why inflation and the dollar's collapsing. They're going to blame it on war. But at the end of the day, they've been using the Crown Royal. That they was blaming the inflation on the Crown Royal. They was blaming it on that. So they come with different psyops. Now they're going to blame the war. They're not going to blame the Crown Royal anymore because it's as far as the economy, people not working, people getting sick, people are dying, all these lies that this devil is saying. They're not blaming on that. And all this information coming out with the juice packet, so much heavy information coming out with the juice packet, how people are catching something else from it. There's too much information going out, so they had to switch the narrative and control the narrative and push forth war down your throat and start pushing that fear mongering amongst these people. But at the end of the day, the Most High is going to force the devil's hand where war will break out. But we know right now the war is not going to really set forth because the heavy agenda is at hand. What this devil must do, what he's trying to do, implement a global reset. This is why you hear Klaus Schwab talk about a global reset, This is what they're doing. You got to understand Putin, the Ukrainian president, Merkel, all these so-called leaders, world leaders, they work for the Economic Forum, which is backed by who? Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger set up Klaus Schwab, which Klaus Schwab is kin to who? The Rockefellers. These are the same people that's orchestrating this, man. The people that run the central banks, the Edomites. The 13th bloodline, they setting up their new world order right before your eyes, man. And if you read the Georgia Guidestones, these things is happening right before your face. But a lot of people, they lack understanding. The world is in gross darkness. People don't understand. That's why it's a beautiful thing to have this light and this wisdom and understanding to clearly see what times and measure the times we're living in, that this devil is on his way out and that the kingdom of heaven is about to be ushered in and Jacob's trouble is at the door. Because a lot of things is about to start happening as far as inflation, as far as food, as far as gas, as far as chaos. Because a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. A lot of things going to be happening, man. And BG, he's going to come out with a new variant where it's going to do what? It's going to put more fear on the people, and they're going to comply to the new system, man. This is all about fear, making the people comply to the system and giving away their rights.
Yield rates, volume, tether, USDC. Now we have the Fed, of course, with the repo, and Jerome bringing up regulation again based on this movie, Russia and Ukraine. So, guys, we definitely know we're going to get regulation this year, but we know it's going to be on a global scale, and we see them pushing that. And then, of course, guys, we have Grayscale. We have the Grayscale whale. We know they move in lockstep with the actual Fed. Now they're going to be doing 250 million share repurchasing, basically like a buyback of Grayscale products. So, guys, as we know, more and more manipulation. Do not forget Friday, guys, we have options. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Thorchain's Room gets a little pump. Don't forget the mainnet launch and the integration of Luna. And we have NFT Marketplace. Neon deploys NFT ATM in New York. And guys, we're definitely seeing a big push for adoption. Now we have payments giant FIS.
And also, you got ATMs. They're taking down ATMs where you can't get cash. So this is what you're seeing take place, man. This is a stage. The world is a stage, as Shakespeare said, man. This is a stage. This is called a theater of war. They're liquidating the assets to bring in a new global currency, to bring that global reset. So they're getting rid of the old ways and bringing in these new legislations and in this digital currency, man. Real quick. Because you people don't understand what's really going on. You people going to be in this position of straits. This is Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and putting off offering day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and then thy securities thou shall be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And this was coming to the 2/3 of the nation of Israel and these heathen. Because, hey, you depending on your money, you depending on your so-called 401k, your pensions, your Bitcoin, your cryptocurrency, all these different things. But that's not going to uphold, that's not going to, save you from the wrath that's coming from your Yahweh Shema Shai. That's not going to benefit you, man. Hey, you need to build up your treasures in heaven, as the scriptures say. Especially, we talking about your tribes, because you heathen, you have no way out of this. You're through. This is the last rule of the kingdom. This is the last kingdom for you heathens, man. And it says, "Set not thy heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity." So set not your heart on goods that's unjustly gotten. And we understand through prophecies, through process of elimination, that Esau Edom got America through what? Unjustly gains, man. Rape, rob, and murder, man. And it's the same way he rules his so-called economic system. It's a debt-based system. It's a fiat currency. It's not backed by anything. It's not backed by real gold or silver, by real money. It's a fiat currency. They just print out money, and they just push forth it's basically usury, and that's against the scriptures, man. And these people actually trust and believe in the system when the system is gradually falling before their eyes. This is a sinking ship. This is Titanic rapidly falling before your eyes. And you still on the damn ship trying to play the band and the true bone and thinking everything's good. When this place is finished, America's done. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back from this. It's Isaiah 48. Isaiah 48 and 22. There's no peace, said the Lord, unto the wicked. So there's no peace, said the Lord, to the wicked. So that's just jumping back to what Biden said, man. Hey, there's no, America should have no worry that America's not going to hit with nuclear missiles. Man, there's no peace to the wicked. The Most High has written that America will get hit with ICBM missiles. Joe Biden's putting these people in that false sense of security, that thinking everything's going to be okay when it's not. You can clearly see that America is on its way out of here, that America has a judgment that's reached to the heavens that is about to be paid back, man. Hey, the things written 4 times written for our learning. We clearly see that the Most High is about to judge America for all the filthy acts that's been taking place in America, man. All the things we read about, different accounts, what took place in America. Hey, that was written for our learning, lining up the scriptures to fit the characteristics, who the devil would be and who would be ruling in the end days and when the coming of the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Shai. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2. Well, I started verse 1. But the times and the season, brother, you have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. And this is what you clearly see, that the day of the Lord is approaching. The Most High is about to send forth his beloved Son, Yahweh Shai. And you can clearly see that. And a lot of people are trying to open up the Bible now and try to, get within the word, but they really don't have the eyes to see and the ears to see, the eyes to see and the ears to hear what's really going on. They're believing everything that the media say. They're not lining things up with the scriptures, what the Bible say, and what the return of the Son of Man would be, man. And these people don't understand what time they're living in. You living in the time of judgment. And, hey, this so-called world that you know is not going back to normal. And these globalists keeps telling you that, man. This is the new normal, man. And they're going to come with more draconian laws and more legislations to get people off the internet and to get people out the highways and hedges and have people in a state of compliant. Why? Because they're going to bring forth false flags and major events in America that's going to make these people drop down to their knees and comply to the system, man. And that's when these people don't really understand. You thinking everything's going back to normal. They're taking away the mask mandates and all these different things. Everything's going to be good. Well, you people don't know what the fuck going on, man. This is First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction come upon them as shall veil upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And that's what's coming to America. So you trusting in damn creepy Joe, thinking he's telling you that you Americans have no fear, that everything's good. Hey, that's a false sense of security. What did the Bible say? When it says peace and safety, the sudden destruction shall fall upon him, man. And that sudden destruction is talking in various ways, man. Why, as far as the economic sense of the crash of this society, a false flag, the cyber attacks, all these different things that this sudden destruction is gonna come upon you. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. That's these different players that's gonna hit Egypt, man. But in the so-called modern day, right? Because you people like to think that the Bible is outdated, but you're living in biblical times, man. The Most High is gonna plague this place just like in the time of Egypt. He's gonna hit it hard. This is gonna be worse, man. And it says, but ye, brother, are not in darkness, that day shall not overtake you as a thief. We are not in darkness. We can clearly see that the Lord is moving on America. America's getting hit every angle, man. You see poverty at an all-time high. You see rent going up. You see the cost of living is at an all-time high. Gas going up. Food going up. You see the war over there with so-called Ukraine, which we know is staged, but at the same time, it's setting up a global reset. All these things are lining up with biblical prophecy, man. All these things is lining up with the downfall of this man's Esau Edom dominion, his kingdom, man, and a transition of power. But through the Spirit, we have to be circumspect and understand, hey, the Lord is about to do some serious things in the society, man. This is even going to scare us, but we have to put our trust in Yahweh while Yahweh shot. Unlike the 2/3 niggas, they put their trust in Creepy Joe, and look where it got them. This is Jeremiah 17:5. Thus said the Lord, cursed be the man that trusts in man and make flesh his arm, and whose heart depart from Yahweh. And that's what 2/3 of the nation did, man. They wanted you to go down to Egypt for help. Isaiah 30th chapter, they went down for Egypt for help, going to voting and you know, wanting Joe Biden to be their so-called leader. And this is what you got. This is what you got, niggas. This is what you got. And that's why we laugh at you niggas, man, thinking you got a voice in the system when you want to be equal and all this. And you have clearly had no voice in the system. This system was set up to keep you in a state of oppression, man. And this is what the mindset of the Negro has. He thinks that he's good because he's not in chains anymore. At the end of the day, it's more mentally and spiritually than physically, man. And this is why 2/3 of the nation of Israel must be put down. They got to put to death and be reborn so they can understand that, hey, it was the will of the Heavenly Father. They don't understand. They're not spiritual anymore. 2/3 of the nation of Israel got to go. They trust in the heathens. They don't trust in the Lord no more, man. That's why these snares and traps is catching them off guard. Let me jump back.
WorldPay joins Shift's crypto compliance network. And guys, we know what that's all about. That digital ID. And it is definitely coming. Now we have Binance is back in Malaysia after acquiring a stake in MX Global. And we have crypto dealer XFox gets trust charter approval from Wyoming regulators. And I think that's their third one. I know Kraken was, I think, the first one. Now we have the EU will cut off 7 Russian banks from SWIFT. And guys, we know the main banks that do the oil and gas payments for Russia, we know they're not going to get cut off. We know that EU do not want to freeze to death. But guys, all this talk about cutting these banks off of SWIFT, we know it's all about China. Bringing on that.
You're going to take that ocean.
Which he goes off a little bit, thinking that China's gonna be the next rulership, which he's going off, but he gives out good information for us, this new global reset, far as a transition of power, man. But we know through the Spirit that the Most High is setting the stage, man. Because at the end of the day, World War III is gonna break out. This is Isaiah 13 chapter, in verse 4. The noise of the multitudes in the mountains, like as a great people, and tumultuous noise, the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle, and that's what the Lord's doing. The Lord is mustering the hosts to the battle. He's using the angels. He's using the angels, and I know brothers had clips of the angels over there in Ukraine. The Lord is setting the stage, man. Even with this so-called propaganda that's using, the Lord is forcing Esau Edom's hand to bring and usher in this global reset with war, because war is still going to take place. He's going to put it on Russia's mind to shoot missiles over here. That's Ezekiel the 30th chapter. He's going to put hooks into their jaw. It's going to really get serious over there. Though it's not really getting serious right now with Ukraine and all these so-called fake videos and fake photos. But at the end of the day, the Most High can put the spirit on Putin in Russia to really start doing some major events, which will trickle down and hit America as well. Because that's biblical. That's Bible prophecy, man. It tells you about the ICBM missiles that is going to take place, man. Let me keep going. It says, how ye for the day of Yahweh is at hand. Hold on, Slaki. Let me jump back up, verse 5. They come from a far country, from end of heaven, even Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. That's talking about the ICBM missiles, man. That's talking about the ICBM missiles. It says they come from a far country. What is that? That's a missile. And they got supersonic missiles. They got missiles that can get over here in 30 minutes. Come on, man. Come on, man. Verse 6. It says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all the hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed of one and another. Their faces shall be as flames," because the Most High is going to evaporate and burn these people ass up here in Babylon the Great, and various other countries are going to get hit with the missiles. The Most High is going to burn their ass up, because this is the day of the Lord's vengeance, man. Because the Lord is ready to burn this place, man. Because this place is wicked as all hell, man. This is Babylon the Great. This is the wickedest kingdom known to man, and ruled by who? The most vile, wickedest person, Esau, Edom, man. The nation of Edom. And the Most High is going to use them ICBM missiles to burn this place up, man. Why you think these people was talking about the missiles on high alert, man? Yeah, he's saying it right now for a theater, because the theater of war. But the Most High is going to put the spirit on him to shoot the missiles off, man. That evil thought, as it says in Ezekiel 38 and verse 11, is going to come to mind when he's going to do with that evil thought, when he's going to shoot the missiles over here, man. This is Isaiah 9 and 5. "For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but there shall be with burning and fuel of fire." And it said, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. That's talking about ICBM missiles, man. Ain't gonna be more hand-on-hand combat, man. It's gonna be with burning and fuel of fire, man. That's why you seeing all these damn jakes that's over there in the war. You got women having testimonies. Oh, they're getting scared. You signed up to get a check and go to school. Yeah, you ain't thinking to get serious. The Most High put it on your spirit to do that, so he can judge your ass and put your ass to death on the Valis Yahweh Shaphat, man. Over the river Euphrates, y'all niggas gonna be dying, and you got them proud ass Jake women, you proud ass damn Edomites, all y'all ass gonna get put to death, man. Thus says the scriptures, man. It's the Most High's movie, man. Cause we seeing what's happening. We know that this is the end. This is Matthew 24 and verse 6. And ye should hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. And that's what you're seeing. We're hearing wars and rumors of wars. We're seeing it. But he said all these things must come to pass. And he said, but the end is not yet. Why is the end is not yet? Because like I brought out with the crypto teacher, his video, with the guy's video, he's talking about what? It's transition of power, digital currency. And that's talking about the Quran, Revelation 13 and 16. That must take effect before all these things, as far as a World War III pop off, man. Because this devil wants to fulfill his lust in his belly of bringing in that global currency, which are digital ID, with that social credit score. All these things that China's implementing, they're going to implement at a global scale. That's why it's called a global reset. This is what this devil wants to do. And he's using his foot soldiers like Carl Schwab and all these guys to push it forth out to the mainstream people, man, and make it like it's cool. But at the end of the day, it's just the elites. This is plans they've been set up. They've been had these plans in effect, and they just always had their foot soldiers in place so they can push forth their propaganda and push forth their agendas. This is the book of Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon our earth. And that's talking about what, man? Revelation 13 and 16, the charagma. You know what? That goes inside of you, man. They're trying to make man with the machine. They're trying to combine them together, man. They're trying to make hybrids. But at the end of the day, this is Esau Edom trying to come with that full submit or control with the beast system, man. That digital ID, all these things he's been doing. All these things he's been doing, he's setting the stage. And I'm going to end it with this, Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bonds, to receive a blank in their right hand or in their foreheads. And I don't want to say that because at the end of the day, they've been flagging videos, but we understand what that is, man. This is the transition of power where he's trying to make everybody submit to the beast system. So we're making everybody submit to the beast system. He has to crash the economy. He has to control all the resources, and he has to ration out the food so that people comply to the beast system, man. And you can clearly see that that's the way it's going, man. This is why it's the high time to wake up out of sleep and get right with the Heavenly Father and Son, because, in the day of our securities, that should be destroyed, man. The Lord is coming back for vengeance, and we can clearly see at the time of Jacob's trouble, man, the Lord's about to vengeance this place. Let me finish it out, verse 17. That no man might buy or sell, say he that have the blank or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And that's what's coming to the system. That's what's coming. This devil's about to implement his new world order system, that digital currency will be pushed unto the people, just like that so-called juice package was. That's part of the juice package. You got the juice package that helps with the charagma, man. Come on, man. This is it's plainer to the holy, but it's stumbling block to the wicked. 2/3 of the nation of Israel can't get it. Because at the end of the day, you are the father. You are the father of the devil, and the lust of your father you should do. Because you fully submit to the society. So when all these things starting to come down the pipe and be implemented with laws and legislations, you just gonna fall and comply to the system, and the Lord's gonna be justified with putting your ass to death, man. Because you believe and you trust in Esau, Edom, man, and your ass gonna get put to death. That false sense of security, thinking this devil got your back, but he's gonna put your ass down, man. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying lesson through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shem Shai. And I want to say, call Hala Yimla, Yahweh by Shem Shai, by Shem Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostle, Elders Great Mills on the well. Peace and salutation, all the Akim, pushing its truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom Akim.